Good morning. Good morning. Coming to you live at 0600 hours, 31 minutes, Monday, March 18, 2019. I've been utilizing a bit lately, and usually when I give off my energy, as I stated before, I don't have much. And my Instagram is oness1 underscore 716. It's ONESSONE underscore 716. That's my Instagram, oness1 underscore 716. And I've been putting a lot of posts on there talking about spirituality, society. I love my race of African descendant, quote unquote, black women, the woman, the understanding of life, things that's going on, the law. Money wise, I haven't been on that. I have a couple things coming out on that. So as I said, I'm gonna try to do major, since it's 52 weeks this year. Try to have 52 major topics. This is one of leading up into the topics. This one is the first semester. We January, February, March, and we're going into April. I'm gonna call that the first semester, like annually. It's 4 every year, and this is just like a base topic on. And so everything that they wanted to do, as I said last year, coming into this year, is to demonize black men more, to filter us out. That's why social media use. See, we don't pay attention to a lot of things yet. We still looking at it as it's a if I want to become it, I can become it. Yes, you can. That's what melting pot. I can put anything in a pot and melt it, and that's what it's going to become. And once I put it on a plate and I feed it to you, it's going to become what you eat. You become what you are. You are what you eat. You are what you see. You are, and you can't wrap your mind around that by now. And and if you're a type of person that's easily influenced, I don't think you should be on social media. If you have a social media account, you should delete all the people that's bringing negativity to you. That's not feeding you. If you're not being fed, even if you're not being fed by me, if I don't guide you or challenge you for anything that I ever say, you shouldn't be listening to me. And I try my best, and I learned with women, I can say the most positive things to help her grow, but it's negative because it's not the way she want me to feed it to her. And I don't have that type of feeding. So I'm going to be very okay with my plight going forward of how I interact with women. And that's what I did with this one guy. I went to his channel. He just blasting African descendant women in America. I'm saying, dude, what was that whole point? How you inter? They don't like you because they don't like you. They don't admire you. They just don't admire you. You got to come a different way. You probably weak at it, and you can't be mad because that's why I did my live, and it turned into a recording. It's to let them know that, hey, man, I got to do something a little different. I'm not the most handsome to women. Maybe the woman you shouldn't. Maybe that's good. The woman you want. The women you want don't talk to you. And I guarantee you. Do you talk? I was given so many different things. How do you act around them? How do you talk to her? It's different things. And even if you do your best, I don't care what you do. That woman still may not want you. When a woman want a man, she displays that his advances are made clear and she's okay. He don't have to work that hard. He don't have to do a lot. And when I see all these social media, and one thing I learned within this time frame in the last 3 months, I've been new this, but learned it. Why are we taking advice from people in unhealthy relationships? If you never had a successful relationship, is not marriage. It's not that you you went 6 years with a healthy, successful relationship is when you and that person was able to do everything you wanted to do within yourself in the relationship and within the relationship. You want to do nothing stopped you. There was no boundaries. There was no and you met that person. Is more recently talking to my sisters from Atlanta and my nieces. I feel as this new culture is hyper feministic, liberated, super hypergamy. It's everything in one bunch. And we haven't even discovered the first things of life is ourself. The first thing to discover in life is yourself. And I'm learning that people are not taking the time out. So I want to get in. So what I noticed as I talked about was the gay agenda, the how they were going to treat us as African descendant men, how our women was going to treat us, their loss, their passion, their compassion, their empathy, their sympathy is no longer with us. Even the ones that speak Black Power, I was just talking to some guys in discussion boards and forums. He met a lady, she was Black Power and everything. Now they with white men. They not even with, and it's the funny thing. It's not as they once a Black woman hurt, once her heart is not for you, she no longer is for, she don't want you. And that's what I noticed. As soon as I hear a Black woman, quote unquote African descendant woman, say I'm dating now, I mean, or me, she's no longer with you. Because all she's going to do now, she's excited by things that she never got from her own race of men. But she was never going to be excited because the type of men that she was programmed, that she was breeded and birthed, fostered, nurtured, and featured to only desire was the type of guys that wasn't going to fulfill her. He was going to fill her sexually. He wasn't going to. He's not able. He's not capable and able because his mind is fostered and breeded and programmed to be a certain way. That's why the music was important to us. That's why the religions are important. That's why they made it important to us. So in our race, because we don't have a homeland, because they saying we our homeland. No, our homeland is actually here. We're America is our homeland. I am born and birthed here. There was African descendant people all around the world. I didn't get I got slaved into being a slave. I got entrapped. My ancestors got entrapped. We was here. Plymouth, like my brother Malcolm, they said, Plymouth Rock didn't land on us. We land, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. I had to get it correct. That mean we was already here. The Rock. Why you think the Rock is strong? Why you think the so many things are so overly said and used over and over? You ever like as you go into a place, they say the same thing. That book can be 2,000 pages long, and then they recite the same. Why you? That's called programming. That's casting over you. They're casting lots. That's what prayers are fervently. They're passing down to traditions and the foster, the nurturing, and the breeding. That's to keep you stuck in the same place over and over and over again. And that's where we at. We're stuck. We're in our sunken place. We're stuck. And then they made the Get Out 2 movie. Now we're really stuck. Now it's about to show us the brain of the woman. I think it's going to show the woman that was the maid. It's going to show how they got the people that way. And all it is just showing us a sign of slavery again. They're showing us how they're getting us back. They got our women. And then once you get the woman birthed the young man grow up. His mother is his nurturer. His father is protector and provider. But that's why you need a sound woman. That's why I don't have children. I haven't met a sound woman to say, I'm not going to give my son, don't matter how strong you think I am. A woman said, I want my child to feel secure. Your child would never feel secure in this world because we are their security. And if you're thinking, if she wasn't thinking I'm strong, cool. Go out and keep searching for men that just, you're not searching for love. There's so many, there's storge love, agape love, philia love that we don't even tap into. We think when we hear love, it's automatic. We became a superficial world. Everything is artificial. Even our love is manipulated. It's lies. It's cover ups. Nobody's telling the truth to one another. I can't get love out of lies. That's why I haven't met that. I still have things to do for my first time and haven't and may not never experience. And I won't be mad, but I will understand why. That's why I do what I do. So in this first semester, we demonized the black men. They're only coming after the quote unquote black men, African descendant men. There's no other race being attacked. Even when we found out the white man adopted a girl and then now he's married to her. How did that look? I adopted a young girl, and now she's older. I marry her. How do that look? Nobody's talking about that. Nobody talking about how the king of pop. We talk about the king of pop. They're attacking the king of pop. Then, but the king of rock, he was messing with 13-year-olds. Nobody talks about that. Walt Disney, the whole Disney structure, nobody talks about that. See, but we want to bash down the black man. Wrong is wrong. That's disgusting. That's foul. I may have had my little stint or something, but that's disgusting to just literally go after young girls. And then if you a man, go after young boys. I'm not saying it's no better because she's a young girl, but I'm saying she's at least she's of the female kind, but that's still disgusting and vile, and wrong is wrong. He shouldn't be going after her. Just as I have a pastor in my city, he watched his little girl get her pampers changed. Now he's married her and has a child. His daughter is her age. I think her daughter might be younger than her. So you got to think about that. He's an old man, so he watched her grow up. He's a pastor. He's trying to play pastor and trying to play city councilman at the same time. He does nothing for the city. He's of our race. It don't make sense. It don't make sense that a lot of things we're doing. And another thing, the shaming ritual of the basketball player. If you look at KJ and the girl, the young lady that was killed in the hotel, her initials is KJ. The guy we call the best player of basketball right now, his initial is KJ. And if we look at the Bible, the religion is KJ. It's this young man at Duke. His name means the second coming. So they got to march in the second coming. They had the dual spirituality with the goats. So in football, they got the goat. In basketball, but in basketball, there's the black goat, and then in the football, there's the white goat. So now we have the dual battle, the black and white of goats, and you can't battle because now it's two. Now you got to put one. One is still active. One now can overjump the other one if he's going to decide to play more years, but he's protected more. See, the other one wasn't protected. They used him and they shamed him already. He been through his shaming ritual. Now he's in his ritual to make sure that we keep our the ritual of interracial intermingling. And our great tennis player, she went through her ritual. Now we got KJ. His name was KJ. So as the Bible, the version of the Bible you're using is KJ. And then we got the kings of pop and the GOAT. And there are two African descendant man, the basketball player, and then the artist, the singer, was MJ. So they're MJ and MJ. So, and then what we're doing is they're changing the laws and the rules. So if you watch these movies, unless it's a black movie, a good movie is to watch is Creed. But the word creed, the original creed is the sinner's prayer. And it was by Cicene, Creed, the original creed. Before there was a whole book, there was a Christianization creed. And the Father, if there is one God that we follow, and there's the Jesus, there's the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost. They didn't say it that way. You can Google the creed. It's the Cicene. It was before the Bible was even written. That's the creed before the Bible was written. So the word came first, but the word came through men, and men put it on paper, just as you see movies. I have a movie, I finally got it on paper. Now I got to do all the other narratives or look it up or work with somebody to help me understand, just as the law. The law you can learn but so much. But that's why you have to study it through other people, and they have to explain it and say, well, that's why they have trials for you can learn. That's why you got a lawyer, then you got the attorney, then you got the public assistant, then you have the paralegal. We need all those people in position because those help in the case. They help understand. And then the lawyers that get together, minds come together. So we don't have our minds come together. So, and then the guy that we demonize, he was the king of R&B. See how they keep using the king In every king ritual, in every story of the king, there was a downfall of the king at one point. Whether he lost the people because the people didn't want to follow him because of his ways, or he lost his family because the new guy in town, the new heir that was going to take the place, wasn't patient enough to him to die because he wanted to feel reign. He wanted to reign over them. He wanted to be control over them before he thought he would lose power. He would lose control. He didn't want it to last that much longer. He felt that as you get older, you do get weaker. But then if you don't have nobody to salt into, to pour information into, then we lose. That's how we lost through Brother Malcolm and Martin Luther King. They had nobody to pour into because by then everybody was being corrupted. Everybody was taking deals and pleas because they was arresting them on purpose with no count because they didn't know the law. That's why I say there is no excuse. So if we gonna take a knee, we should be educating the children on the law, not to be docile and to be comfortable with them being. Why would you be scared of me to pull me over? You a police officer. Why should you be scared of me if I have a hoodie on at night and you a regular? I'm not scared of you walking down the street. I have no reason to be scared of you. You have no reason. You created that in your mind. So they have to create us with the stigmas and stereotypes to demonize us. So African descendant men, I told you, this is we're getting destroyed. And then we're gonna have men that was raised by these extreme radical feministic liberated women now because they're single mothers. And all they can see is when you talk is it's a beat down. They're not standing with you. And our African descendant women are going to stand together, but they're going to have no leader. No, a woman without a leader is going to be very destructive because woman only will think emotional. The first signs, and I'm happy the young lady was talking about it. Check out her beats, her page, Miss Impeccable Eats. It's EMMBEC. I think it's two C's. ABLE Eats. Miss Impeccable Eats. If you Google search it, you will find her. Now I will put it in my, since I mentioned that, I'm gonna put it in my description box. And she talked about transgender entering. They advocated women, our African descendant women, advocated for all the wrong things. The white women are using them, just as Beyonce did. I didn't want to say names because I learned the names. I can get sued based on name because I was just Googling and then going downtown. You can put your name under a business, just as actors, basketball players, celebrities, business owners put their name. So if you utilize their name, they can sue you because their name is now in the business. So if you talk about their name, you're defaming their business. So I'm quite sure I'm the little man on the total pole to them. So they're not going to really bother me unless it affects their money. See, people attack you when it affects their money. So I'm so what they're doing now in this semester we are in, the demonizing of African descendant men. They're going. We're going through the beginning stages. Some say the new world order is here. I'm saying it's just now commencing. Once the president election come, the 2020 election is our deciding what's going to happen now. This is the most time that women ran for candidacy for presidency. So we're going to have a woman president. I say the type of woman we're going to have, she's going to have a white husband. She's going to be mixed or she's going to be white. She's not going to be full-fledged black. And she's going to have very feministic views. It's going to be designed to march in the order for the women. That's why I keep telling people a lot of things still haven't came about. And maybe we are in the new world order. We are in the supreme order, but they're battling right now. That's how once they get done with battling, whoever the winner is, that's when it's going to be decided. They're not done battling. It simmered down for a little bit. And then as now we seeing now these cities are this terror. The same patterns happen all the time. The same patterns over and over and over and over. Election time, there's a shooting, there's a bombing. So I don't. This is going to be if this election time, this whole year going to be full of destruction. That's how every year work. Every time there's elections, major elections, the presidency, the new regime in other country, there's bombings. I don't. That's why I say the funny part is we using all these names. We talked about ISIS. What we talked about, where that's at. We talked about Illuminati, where that's at. That don't change. It's just I just say the organizations of each nation. It's a group. The 12 nations, the 13. It's 13. It's 13 nations, or the major nations that's going to control power under the New World Order. It's 13. They told us that. 7 continents, the 7 star, the zodiac signs is 13. They're using that against us. Everything in this earth has a purpose. I'm not crazy. I am very logical. If my logic can't be explained, how you gonna give me spirituality when you're not even aligned to you're farly separated from your spirituality? So your next best thing better be logic. So only way for me to comprehend and to understand, I have to be very logical with people. I have people told me I'm too far deep in this to turn back. I don't really want to learn. I say cool, but I say, excuse me, enjoy your demise. Enjoy. We just gotta enjoy our demise and enjoy our destruction of what's going on. Do you see it? Do you see our demise? Can you watch it? We are watching it. And even there's an article saying African descendants by 2053, we're going to be all there's going to be no African truly descendant people. We're going to be all one race, and that we're going to have no wealth. I find that very revealing because in the last 10 years, we got first time homeowners and buyers. We got land developer. We got real estate. So I want to ask the people that's doing these surveys, the government, the CIA, or the Pure Report, the Census Bureau, what's going to change drastically. I'm 36 in 36 years, so I'll be close around 70 years of age. What's going to drastically change within 36 years? That these homeowners are they're not gonna have equity on their houses no more. The stock that we have it's not gonna matter. The production, all of the buying of land, the property, developing land. What's going to happen? You're going to destroy that. You're going to change the law on us real quick. That's why I say we need lawyers in the family. We need people. I was glad my niece said she went to school for human rights. I didn't know that was an actual major, a full major, and that's what she's working on. She travel around. She's very intelligent. She articulated her words very well and understandable, and more power to her. And we talked. We talked recently. Talked. I got her phone number to talk more, to go over it. I love listening to her because she give. She's in it. She's in the battle as I am. A lot of people are not really in the battle. A lot of us is on the sidelines, or we enjoying our comfortability. Like, okay, you got a house. But I wasn't gonna lie to a young African descendant man and say, "Hey, man, yo, like, I'm not. Don't worry about other races, what they doing and saying to you. But I'm not oblivious. I had to take a little bit extra steps. They looked at me different. I'm not oblivious to how I am portrayed already, and that's what I'm hating to see. That these people that are doing very well for themselves, they're acting as we supposed to forget that we gotta work a little harder. Like that's great. And then I say by 2053, all of that happened. We've been through slavery. We've been through the riots. We've been through the lynchings. We've been through whatever mutilation, manipulation they done it to us. We persevere. We're still here. We're still standing. We still here. We are very resilient. They tried to strip our culture from us. We still here. So by 2053, how is that going to be possible? So you telling me we going to give up by then? You telling me how we, if you look at the culture of African descendant people, just in general, we strengthened. It may not seem as to a lot of people, but you got to think who those people mind, where their minds are at. Are those the same people that, now I don't want to use this because I hate when people say it to me, but are these people actually, I won't even say it as that. I said as this. Are those people actions fitting what they're talking about? So yes, I do advocate for the neighboring surrounding, quote unquote, the community, the neighborhood. I hate using those words because I haven't felt that yet. But I'm helping create in my reality what a community is and neighborhood mean to me, or neighbors in my reality. And if we all started at home with that, our children, our young men, our young women, our daughters, our nieces, our nephew, and our cousins, the male and female, can see that within the family, the dynamics of the family, the paradigm. But we are so easily programmed. So we are watching all these celebrities, all these people that's of African descent get demonized. And they're utilizing our women. The production of the show is a woman. The woman that's doing the interview is an African descendant woman. To African descendant women, to other men that's African descendant. But we see there's nothing wrong with that. We're putting each other on blast, but we're not putting, but you got to remember who's paying them. That's why I say our women are loyal to what she is, superficial loyalty. That's a big word that in Revelation came to me, superficial versus real. We don't even know what's real anymore. We say if I augmented my body, since it's my body, that's real. So that's real now that you augmented your body. That wasn't the way you was born, or that's not the way you grew. You didn't grow into that booty, didn't grow into that breast, and that's that man. He had been get plastic surgery for bodybuilding. You didn't grow into that chest. You didn't earn it. So all the things that we're doing to each other is really hurting us, and we can't see it. And I don't know why we can't see this. And hopefully that I challenged your mind to look beyond the super being superficial. Some expectations, some standards are cool. I call mine requirements and commitments to myself. I have to honor me before I can honor any person on this earth. Before I can honor any being on this earth, I have to honor me first. I have to look out for me. But in the midst of who I am, I don't need to do all these things to people because I don't want the recourse and I don't want the karma to come back to me. If I want love, I want to give out love. If I talk to myself a certain way, yes, let's communicate and take the time out to talk to each other a better way. So I can talk to myself any way all I want. But when I talk to other people, I think of a better way to talk to people. So we just can think beyond ourselves, be selfless. Selfless is the opposite of selfish. The opposite. That means selfless. You would think about people. Just because I'm coming up, that don't mean I gotta say F you. I gotta burn bridges. I gotta spend less. All I'm doing is spending less stuff. But not less of me. I'm bringing more of me because less of you would give me time to get more of me. And if I can get more of me, I can give more time to give more of me to you. Even if that make any sense to you. Challenge your heart and your mind to be better. Stop allowing what's not of us. A person of non-African descent shouldn't have so much a powerful voice in our neighboring surrounding. They shouldn't have their men shouldn't be so powered, but that's what we're doing. So in this first semester, they're continue demonizing us African descendant women and African descendant men. They're going to use us. They're going to use our women. They're going to continue to plot on us because if you destroy us, you destroy power. We are power. We are warriors. We are strong. We're the mighty forest race that throughout of all time, we're the roaches. Think about that. So what I'll say unto one, I'll say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Don't allow this year to be your non-production year. This is the year of production. The yin and yang, know thyself, know yourself outside and inside. Have a great day. Let you continue rising. I give the greatness to all. Become one with yourself, your power, your strength.